morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alnarzido Marco, and for this day, I will share to you an instructional video about single Sinawali, double Sinawali, blocking techniques, and stick disarming techniques for our knees. So, what are we waiting for? Let's start it!
The Sinawali. Sinawali are waving motion made by two sticks in harness that are practiced in precise, described motions to familiarize the student with the method of stick fighting, both in free sparring and with blades. First movement. Assume the same ready position. Right stick high near your right ear. Left stick tucked underneath the right ear, pointed straight back. Second to fourth movement. Execute a high forehand strike with your right stick. Then circle your stick counterclockwise for a low backhand strike while raising your left stick up high on your left side. Ready to repeat the sequence with the left stick. Fifth to sixth movement. Execute a high forehand strike with your left stick as you tuck your right stick underneath your left ear. Circle your left stick clockwise. 7 to 8 movement. Execute a low backhand strike while raising your right stick high. For the 9th movement, ready to repeat the sequence. The first movement for double Sinawali is assume the same starting position as the single Sinawali, with your right stick high near your right ear and your left stick tucked underneath your right armpit. Second movement, execute a high forehand strike, striking your opponent's stick with the right stick. Third movement, draw your right stick to the top of your left shoulder while executing a low backhand strike with your left stick. Fourth movement, execute a high backhand strike with your right stick and draw your left stick up high behind your left ear, preparing to repeat the sequence on the opposite side. Fifth and sixth movement, execute a high forehand strike with your left stick as you pull your right stock back under your left armpit. Seventh movement, execute a low backhand strike with your right stick as you pull your left stick through to the top of your right shoulder. Eighth movement, execute a high backhand strike with your left stick as you pull your right stick through and up high on your right side. 9 and 10th movement, ready to repeat the Sinawali. This exercise can be easily done with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 count in each set. Blocking techniques movement. First movement, inward block. Perform as an outside block, however on the right side of the body. Second movement, outward block. Perform by bringing the cane forward supported by the left hand at the middle of the cane. Third movement, downward inward block. Perform by positioning the hand holding the cane above the right shoulder, then swinging the cane downward to block opponent's attack. Fourth movement, downward outward block. Perform by positioning the cane behind the left ear, then swinging it downward to block the opponent's blow. Fifth movement, rising block. Perform by raising the cane over the head to block the opponent's blow. Sixth movement, block the stomach thrust. Step back your right foot and put your left hand on your chest. Stick disarming techniques. Disarm against strike number 1. First movement, when your opponent threatens with a high forehand strike to your head, sidestep to your right. Second movement, as you execute an inside stick block and immediately grab. Third movement, your opponent's stick in your left hand, twist the stick quickly. 4 to 6 movement, in a counterclockwise direction as you press hard on his stick with your right stick as if trying to cut in half. Your opponent will either let go or be taken down to the ground along with his weapon. Disarm against strike number 2. First movement, as your opponent attempts a high backhand strike to your head, sidestep to your left. Second movement, as you execute an outside block with your stick while keeping your left hand ready to scoop. Third and fourth movement, inside your opponent's right forearm, win your left arm quickly in a clockwise direction until his stick is pressing against your left forearm. Fifth movement, and his right wrist is pinned under your left wrist. Sixth movement, continuing the pressure will force him to release his stick and will keep your opponent open for a counter strike.
And that's the end of my instructional video about single Sinawali, double Sinawali, blocking techniques, and stick disarming techniques about armies. I hope you have learned what I have doing for this instructional video. Thank you and God bless!